and welcome to our podcast, broadcast, whatever you want to call it. Welcome. So today we're going to be discussing number 4 and 5. We're going to chat about all the guys that we got up here, a short list of best kind of middle order rocks, and then later we're going to be choosing our best two. So we've got a different special guest than last time, but the one who was also with me when we discussed opening partnerships. Welcome, Dom.
The greatest returns.
Yeah, there was lots of comments about how good and bad my previous guest, Jasper, was, and I didn't like that, so can we not have that, please? Thank you.
No, I certainly won't guarantee not to comment on that.
On how good you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, precisely. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so shall we start with the guy that I've got up here straight away, Yunus Khan.
Oh, classic. Tell us a little bit about his career. When did he start playing in Test match cricket?
Well, he actually retired in 2017.
Retired in 2017, but when did he start?
2000. Quite a long career.
Yeah, very long career.
Yeah, 10,000 runs.
Yeah.
High score of 313, which is better than I would get. Test match average of 52.0. 3,400s, that is one better than Sir Alistair Cook, and two better than actually Steve Waugh.
Wow, that's quite impressive.
And we'll actually be discussing Waugh a little later in this podcast.
Don't give it away.
Don't tell me your name, Pike.
So, yeah, impressive stats.
118
over
tests.
10,000 Test match runs.
Yes, and interestingly, 9 Test wickets.
I have to say he's a pretty good one-day international player as well, don't you think?
Yeah, this is the Test one. Obviously, we're going to be doing an ODI and T20 series after this in the same kind of style.
Yeah, so the only thing is, I think this is going to be such a tight call between these number 4 and 5 batsmen that maybe we're going to need something like that to differentiate between them.
Number of hundreds.
Maybe. Or maybe performance in other forms of cricket. Who have you got next?
Next, for the Indians out there, son of Gavaskar.
Oh, yes.
Actually played 71 to 87. That's in the 1971 to 1987. He's not that old.
Well, you think it might be 1871?
Well, you never know. 125 tests, just over 10,000 runs. Not bad. Average of 51.1.
Yep.
Anything else to add? Apart from those... equal hundreds to Yunus Khan.
Right. So, yeah, again, just over 10,000 test runs. It just shows you how hard it was in that era to get over 10,000 runs.
Especially with the West Indies domination, and I'm sure we'll talk about that when we discuss fast bowlers.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're used to seeing players nowadays who've got up to 10,000 runs, and I don't know, maybe they play more cricket now,
yeah.
I'm not sure.
There's many more ODIs.
Yeah, but even in tests, I mean, some people have gone very, very far past 10,000, haven't they? I'm sure we're going to come on to one of those soon. But I'd like to use this to talk about Alan Border now, because there is, of course, the Gavaskar Border Trophy between Australia and India.
Of course, India won last time. So
named
if
in their honour.
Move on to Alan Border,
so
156 tests. There actually is a video up on my channel, Alan Border versus Steve Waugh. They're batting compared, and we are actually going to discuss Steve Waugh later. I probably shouldn't say that. So
I've said it twice now. So anyway, Border. I mean, he just has such a phenomenal career. Do you know he at one stage had played the most consecutive Test matches? Guess how many that was, without missing one?
125.
153 test
Oh my
matches.
god, and 156 tests.
Yeah, so that record has since been surpassed.
Tendulkar?
No.
Dravid?
No, an Englishman.
Cook? Probably.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sir
Cook.
Alistair Cook. So Alan Border had that amongst many of his amazing records. So he, at one stage, had batted in more Test match innings than any other batsman.
265.
surpassed by someone I think we might be talking about in a little while, Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah, absolutely. He has he did have the most test scores between 50 and 100, and the most test scores
50s.
of at least 100. So
2700s.
that's also since been
surpassed
by Sachin Tendulkar and also Ricky
Steve
Ponting,
Waugh.
who I think you and Jasper might have talked about.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We did, and I actually chose him. Jasper chose Don Bradman. Actually, the video's up on YouTube. If you haven't watched it, I'll leave a link in the description down below and you can go and watch it.
Yeah. So he captained 93 test matches, and they were consecutive test matches as well, which was at one stage a record, but has been surpassed by a South African.
Graham Smith.
Correct. Well done, Henry.
Yeah,
Good knowledge.
11,000 runs.
What was his average?
50.6.
50.6. So,
It's not quite up there. So, moving on to the next guy, Sri Lankan.
It can only be Jayawardena.
Yeah, we've already discussed Sangakkara, and actually I think we'll be discussing him on the wicketkeeper batsman because he wasn't chosen as our number 3.
Ooh, controversial.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jayawardena.
Yeah, 149 tests.
Absolute legend of Sri Lankan cricket.
What about Jai Surya? Jai Surya, Sangakkara, Jayawardena.
Legends.
Yeah. So 149 tests, just under 12,000 runs.
Mm-hmm.
High score of 374. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Average of 49.8.
Okay, so not quite as sorry for him as you feel for Don Bradman, right?
Yeah, nothing can surpass Don Bradman's. 3400s, 50-50s.
So pretty high, pretty good at scoring high scores.
Interestingly, only 51 first class hundreds.
Yeah, but still a class act. Really great batsman.
Yeah.
Joy to watch. When was his last test?
2014.
2014. Okay. Very good.
And now moving on to another Australian. He's a twin. This is either Mark or Steve Waugh. Believe it or not, it's Stevie. Steve Waugh, 168 tests. Just south of 11,000 test runs.
Yeah, at an average of 51.1. I mean, any average over 50 has got to make you a test match great, hasn't it?
Oh, I'm just looking at it and it says nickname Tugger. That's
Henry.
class.
And what was his high score?
Only actually 200.
Only? Easy to beat that in a test match, right?
If I get a score of 200 or more, then I will drink something weird.
Champagne, maybe.
Yeah, I'm actually not old enough to drink champagne. So moving on, actually, surprise, surprise, another Australian, modern great, SPD Smith, Steve Smith.
Oh, still playing.
So
Controversial figure.
Yeah.
So he made his debut in 2010.
Yeah.
And then stopped playing for a year, didn't he?
Year and a half.
Why was that?
Ban! Yeah. The sandpaper ban.
Oh dear, yeah. So very controversial, but undoubtedly extremely talented.
Yep. A high score of 239, 73 tests so far. Do you think he'll get to 10,000 runs? He's on 7,230.
Yeah, I think he should do.
And he's 31.
As long as he can play for another 4 or 5 years, and I don't see why he couldn't, he'll be up to maybe 120 tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, another 50 tests, he'll get over 10,000, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Unless he suffers some catastrophic dip in form or decides to go to B&Q again.
He actually averaged 110 in the recent 2019 Ashes series, so I doubt that'll happen. Now, next guy, who I'm sure we'll discuss some point in our One Day International T20 series, Indian, not Tendulkar actually, Virat Kohli.
Oh, just out of interest, who made your number 3? Did Dravid make it?
No, actually, I went for Ponting.
Oh no!
It was Ponting or Dravid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So we've kind of got to have Kohli then, haven't we? You can't have a team without Dravid and without Kohli.
Well, the thing is, Cody is still going.
But he's awesome.
But we've got a few other people that we might discuss.
Who like?
So we're also going to discuss Shiv Chanderpaul, Sachin Tendulkar, and Brian Lara, because he actually wasn't
Brian
picked for
Lara.
number
Can
3.
we do Brian Lara now? Like, he is just awesome.
Okay, we've got to finish Cody first. 86 tests, 7,000 runs. I think. I think he can get to 10,000. He's same age as Smith. Yeah.
He's got a possibility. His average is slightly lower, isn't it?
53.6.
Yeah. But he's
still brilliant.
You know, in test matches, his strike rate is 57.7.
Whoa! Look at that
is
conversion
awesome.
rate. So he's got 27 international test hundreds and 22 international test 50s.
So his conversion rate's over 50% when he gets
That's
to 50.
brilliant.
Wow.
So when he gets in, he's in.
Yeah. That's
and a
impressive.
high score of 254 not out.
Yeah.
And
So
now-
I think he's heading for 10,000 runs as
Yeah.
long as he can keep his place in the side, because we all know that
He's captain.
India have some great players, don't they?
Yeah, they've got some rising stars too. And now who you want to discuss, Dom?
Oh, Brian Lara.
Brian Charles Lara.
What an amazing player.
400 not out, and a
he-
500, a first class 500.
He carried that West Indies team for 15 years, really. He was so by far and away their best player. Do you know that he, over his time playing Test cricket, he scored 20% of his team's runs?
I know.
That is only beaten by Don Bradman
Yeah,
and
I'm not
George Headley.
surprised. George
Unbelievable.
Never heard of him.
So he was also one of the few batsmen who scored a Test 100 in a single session.
Really?
He did
Wow.
that in 2006 against Pakistan.
Probably would have been against England. So
Ah.
rubbish.
And he's also scored 9 double centuries, which has only been bettered by Sangakkara and the great Don Bradman.
Yep.
2 of his centuries were triple centuries as well.
Impressive.
And he's got his 400 not out.
Yep.
So he is absolutely amazing.
Insane.
He's also got quite a crazy record. He's scored the most runs on a losing side in a test. In test match history.
Really.
That was 351.
And his
they
team
still
lost.
lost the test.
Oh!
That
I
shows you
actually,
what an amazing player
Yeah,
he is.
I actually was reading a book a few weeks ago, and it said that Lara actually wasn't that popular with his teammates, and it actually said perhaps they would like him more if he kept getting out for low scores, like the rest of them.
Oh dear, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
So in that
Well,
test,
recent coming series against the West Indies for England, which actually we'll be doing a podcast at the end of each day's play about what's happened in the day.
cool. Right, who've we got left?
Left, well,
We
I'm
may as well
sure the
stop
Indian.
talking, right? Because we've talked about Brian Lara.
Yeah, but we're picking 4 and 5.
Ah,
So,
okay.
I know the Indian watchers out there were waiting for this one. Sachin Tendulkar.
Oh, he is
200 tests.
just a legend in his own lifetime.
I don't think we need to talk about him. I think he is a...
I'll tell you what I'd really like to talk about. How old was he when he made his test debut? 1989.
So he was born 73. So
16 years old. He's had such a long career, hasn't he? So 24 years.
maybe a bit younger because he's 24th of April. So if he was playing in Australia or somewhere like that.
No, he was 16 years old. So he's managed to amass 200 test matches. Unbelievable. And
Yep.
despite playing in 329 innings, he still manages an average of over 53.8. That is
Yep.
unreal.
I think
he
he's
is an
definite.
absolute legend. He is definitely one of the greatest batsmen ever in the history of cricket.
And now our final actual one that we're going to actually discuss. Shivnarine, sorry to the West Indian people out there if I've pronounced his name wrong. Shivnarine Chanderpaul.
Shall we just call him Shiv?
Shiv Chandrapal, whatever. 164 tests. Just south of 12,000 runs. High score of 203 not out. Average just over 51. 280 innings. Not bad. Actually, a strike rate of 43, so that's quite a lot under stuff. So,
what about, I'll tell you what,
I'd
be really interested to know, and let's see if we can find this out. What were Chandrapal and Lara's partnerships?
Yeah, actually, that would be interesting to know. So should I just keep talking while you're Googling?
A record 750 partnerships for Chandrapal.
Wow.
Unbelievable. He's now been involved in 750 test partnerships.
That is just insane. So, actually...
With 82 different partners.
82?
I think that just shows you how unsettled the West Indies team was. Probably.
I presume 80... one of them's Lara.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see if we can find out what he averaged with Lara as well.
So...
I definitely think he was a bit of a...
Yeah.
An unsung hero, really.
So, once we found out the stat, that will be the end of the podcast. So, we've got to pick our 4 and 5.
Oh, this is tricky, isn't it?
This is hard.
It's very
Just looking at all of them, they all deserve a place. But I think at number 4, I have to go with Sachin Tendulkar.
I have to agree with you. There's no way you can have a best ever Test 11
without the little master
Sachin Tendulkar.
So we've both gone for Tendulkar at 4. Number 5.
Oh, this is tricky.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with a West Indian legend, Brian Lara, just because of his extravagant backlift, his character, his team was awful and he was brilliant, and he kind of, he didn't really carry them because they lost all the time, but he kind of saved them from losing heinously. And of course his 153 not out against Australia. There's actually a video on that. It's quite good, you should go check it out. Not on my channel though, so. And
will you put a link in the comments below?
Is that illegal?
I think so.
Yeah, it's on espncricinfo.com. Actually, no, it's not a website, it's a channel. Just search up 25 moments that changed cricket. There should be a playlist, and it's on there. It's a great watch. I would highly recommend it.
We'll try and put a link in the comments below.
I'll try and put a link. If there isn't a link, I'm sorry.
So, I'm really torn between Border and Lara. Alan Border really was an absolute legend in his lifetime, but I have to say Brian Lara was better.
Copycat.
So
you copied me, Langer Hayden.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to agree with you again, Henry.
Agree with me.
So who have we got so far in our team? The opening pair?
So my team so far is Langer Hayden Langer, whatever you want to say, and then Ponting, Tendulkar, Lara. I think that is an incredible top 5. So actually the guest host team so far is Langer Hayden, chosen by Dom. Then it was Bradman, chosen by Jasper.
Yeah.
And then obviously Lara and Tendulkar, chosen by you. And yeah.
Pretty good.
And
so
then
I reckon
next
in that
time
team,
actually we'll be choosing an all-rounder.
I think, Henry, in that team you could be the opening bowler and you'd still win.
What?
Because the batsman would be so good. Even with you opening the bowling, you'd still win.
Fair enough.
Shall we get you in at number 11?
No, we've got to pick a nasty fasty.
Okay.
So actually, the end. I'm going to tell you a bit about the video structure. So obviously we've had an opening partnership, number 3, then 4 and 5. Next coming out is going to be a number 6, which is going to be the all-rounder. We've got some really hard choices in there, such as Jack Callis and Garfield Sobers, Sir Garfield Sobers. and Richard Hadley, loads of brilliant cricketers in there. And then we're going to do a wicketkeeper batsman thing.
Well, that's easy.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, I've kind of already made up my mind. I probably shouldn't say that. And then we're going to do a spinner, which is going to be very hard to choose between Muralitharan and Warne. And actually,
and what about the King of Spain?
Ashley Giles. Yeah, mate, we'll actually have a look at him. And then obviously we're going to do our 3 fast bowlers. So that, I think, yeah, our bowling attack is going to be really strong, and our batsmen will just blow anyone away. So that's going to be the video structure. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button down below. Try not to break your device. Comment down below actually who you would have gone for. So just a reminder, Shiv Chanderpaul, Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Steve Smith, Alan Border, Steve Waugh, Mahela Jayawardene, Sonal Gavaskar, Yunus Khan and Brian Lara. Thanks for listening. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Peace out.